Good evening, everyone.
Good evening.
My name is Dwayne Fabian. I am the chair of the Clayton County Library Board of Trustees, and at this time, I'm going to call this meeting to order. We have our invocation by Minister Alita Roundtree Mathis. However, she would not be here. She went to the wrong branch. So we're just going to go into a moment of silent prayer. If you will bow your heads, please. Amen. Next item on the agenda will be the roll call. Madam Secretary.
Dwayne Fabian,
Present.
Drew Andrews, Sabra Skidmore, present. Salima Abdullah,
Present.
Sherry Yates,
Present.
Shirley Shaw,
Present.
Siobhan Fleming,
Present.
Joanne Johnson,
Present.
Trina Kolawali,
Present.
Ebony Brown, Shepherd Isaac.
All right, Madam Secretary, do we have a quorum?
We do.
Great. Next item on the agenda will be the approval of the agenda. May I have a motion, please?
I'll make a motion to approve the agenda.
It's been properly moved by Vice Chair Fleming. Is there a second?
Chair Fabian, I second the motion to approve the agenda.
It's been properly moved and seconded by Secretary Skidmore. Are there any questions? Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Any abstentions? And the motion passes. Next item on the agenda will be the approval of the minutes for July 14, 2026 BOT meeting. May I have a motion, please?
I move to approve the minutes from July 2026 meeting.
It's been properly moved by Trustee Kwali. Is there a second?
I second the motion.
Second by Trustee Gate. Are there any questions?
I will say that the name again was misspelled. Salima's name came out Selma. So I will correct that.
All right. Hearing this properly moved and seconded with the correction of Trustees Abdullah's first name. Are there any questions? Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Any abstention? And the motion passes. Next item on the agenda will be public comment. Madam Secretary, do we have any public comments?
We do. We have Cheryl Goff from Friends of the Library.
Okay, Ms. Goff, would you come on up, please? We have 3 minutes. Can someone keep the time?
Citizens will be given a 3-minute time limit and not to exceed 15 minutes. All comments should be limited to topics relevant to library operations or policies and should not solicit or promote products or services. Speakers must maintain decorous demeanor and refrain from personal attacks upon board members or library personnel. Shouting or using obscene language will not be permitted. Following 15 minutes of hearing from the public, the Board of Trustees will allow the remainder of the citizens who have signed up to be heard at the next Board of Trustees meeting.
Ms. Goff?
Good evening. I'm Cheryl Goff. I'm a board member of Friends of the Library. And we have 2 upcoming markets that I wanted to tell you about. We'll be at Harvest Village this Saturday. That's Harvest Baptist Church on Walt Stevens. And we'll be selling gently used books for $1. We have these adorable little bags that we'll be selling for $5. And then I will be baking my grandmother's recipe for oatmeal raisin cookies and selling those as well. So please come out and support us Saturday so that I don't take those home and eat the remaining cookies. That is from 10 to 3, that market. And that market, oh, I forgot. Hold on. We have some young entrepreneurs at that market, and I hope they're there this Saturday. We have a young high school student who has a 3D printer and makes little devices. This, you put in your book, and it holds your pages open, and he sells those. We also have a very young lady who makes fresh squeezed lemonade. So please come out and support Saturday. All of those funds help support our public libraries as well as literacy in the community. Then the following Saturday we'll be at Arts Clayton and Broad Street, right behind Arts Clayton at their market, and that's from 9 to 1. We have made it so easy to become a member of Friends of the Library or to make payments at these markets with our website, and I gave you a business card so you can see that there. We now take Zephy for payment, so you can do credit cards, debit cards. We also still take cash and PayPal. So it makes it very easy. So please come out and support us so that we can continue to support you. Thank you.
Madam Secretary, anyone else?
No, that's it.
All right. Next, we're gonna go into, our manager from Morrow Branch, Ms. Barbara and Ms. Nelson.
Good evening. So we were tasked with telling you about our community. What better way to do that than with a newspaper? So go ahead and open them. So we are here, Nilka and I, from the Morrow Branch, and these are for you to keep. So our breaking news is we have an upcoming second annual uniform drive. We partner with Victory in Christ Church. We will be holding this uniform drive this year at the Morrow Branch. Last year, we impacted 72 families and 232 people with uniforms that we collected from all three branches. Pastor Terry at Victory in Christ Church works with us to launder the used uniforms and distribute them. So we are looking forward to that. This summer, we had an adult photography series. I think some people here in the room went to that. And it was great. We talked about lighting, and then we talked about the soul of photography, which is good because you gotta have some emotion when you take a picture. Otherwise it's just a picture.
Father Figures Field Day. On June 12th, the branch hosted our first Father's Day event. It included competitive games like sack race, tug of war, three-legged race. We just wanted to celebrate the father and the father figures in the community. We partnered with AmeriGroup, the Department of Health, and Clayton County Water Authority. Typically, we host a big Mother's Day event, but we want to do something different this year, so we had the Father Figures Field Day event.
Okay. So there are some little things that we do that do have a big impact. We have been asked to go to the Alzheimer Daycare Center and at the Friends of the Library, asked to share our LeapPad resources for memory resources. Those of you who don't know, our LeapPad resources actually do have memory games on for adults, and so we were able to share those, and we are also asked to go down to the next level, the Head Start parent meetings for those 0 to 5-year-olds.
And for the past 2 years, we have partnered with B.C. Haney Elementary to bring the library to the students. We bring robotics and hands-on activities. It's just been a great way to introduce the library to the students and show them that we're just more than books.
The hardest demographic to get to the library sometimes is those teens and tweens. And a couple of our library assistants have embraced that. Jasmine has started a tween book club and started to really reach out to those kids, bring them in, especially started this summer when she could kind of grab them. And that has been going really well, and it's been a joy for her. Two of our other library assistants have started Fandom Fridays. So what they're a fan of, that's what they play, and work on those trivia games and connecting games. They had a great Minecraft game where they had all these little blocks and they could make Minecraft figures. You can kind of see in the upper left-hand corner, they made you could see cows, and I'm not sure what the middle one is. But anyway, that went over terrific.
Our staff, just some facts. To date, we've hosted 183 programs ranging from line dancing, R&B bingo. We have several book clubs representing different genres. We also had 3,880 patron experiences, and our goal is to personalize every experience, whether it's greeting the patron by name when they come in or just helping them find exactly what they need. We just want everyone to feel welcome when they come in the branch. We've also created 100 displays and attended 15 outreaches. The past 2 weekends, we've attended back-to-school bashes at Morrow High School and South Lake Mall, along with other staff to share library resources and giveaways. And one of the resources that we shared was the Brain Fuse that caught a lot of families' attention. It's free online tutoring services, and all you gotta do is have a library card. And there's such a thing as free lunch. Let's see. The administration created a Bean Stack Challenge where the branch with the most new signups from January through March will win lunch. So we immediately got to work. We created a sign at the front door. It told you all about Brain Fuse, but Bean Stack, how to register. We also, when patrons would check out materials, we explained to them about Bean Stack and where they could go and log their minutes and track their titles, and of course we were the winner of that Bean Stack Challenge. So the administration provided us with lunch, and you can see us with our Publix box lunch at the bottom of the page.
That's it. Thank you all for listening.
That's it.
Thank you, Ms. Barbara and Ms. Nelson.
Is there a story behind that?
So we're news. We're newsies, I'm sorry,
All right. Moving right along, next item on the agenda will be the Deputy Director's report and financial report.
So
For
good.
those who want, excuse me, Madam Deputy, those who want to follow along, if you're on your laptop, of course, I'm not trying to question intelligence, but the lower right-hand arrows, those will be the ones to take you to the different slides. Go right ahead.
So good evening, Board of Trustees. How are you? Great. It feels like forever since we've seen each other, right? And our director is not here today. However, he sends his well wishes. But I have to start off like he would always start off by thanking the staff. I have to thank the staff of the Clayton County Library System for all of their hard work and for just having a heart for the community. You just saw Miss Barbara and Nilka from the Morrow branch talk about the uniqueness of the Morrow branch, personalizing the experience. And so as you go into all of our branches, this is what we want everyone to leave with an experience. So I have to thank the staff. So let's talk about Coffee with the Librarian. And Ms. Goff actually provided that presentation last board meeting, but we're gonna talk about Dr. Robert S. Davis. He's a renowned author, researcher, genealogist, and so he is recognized for his extensive contribution and work toward historical records. And so this was a very wonderful conversation between the director and Dr. Davis. The Mayor's Summer Reading Club. So all of the mayors, they are going to the different library branches within their respective communities and they're reading. And so this is a wonderful time for the mayors. Now, the mayor of Morrow could not attend, so he sent the councilwoman, Hugh Wynn, for a story time. And so she did an amazing job with engaging the readers. They had a craft, they had prizes, and it was just a wonderful opportunity. Also, story time with Commissioner Reeves. During July, the children at the Morrow Branch and Headquarters Library enjoyed a dinosaur-themed story time featuring Commissioner Reeves. And so it was very interactive. Dance and movement, themes, craft, and it promoted literacy, but while having fun. The FIFA watch party at the arena. I don't know if anyone else got a chance to go, but this was such a wonderful event. We were asked to be a part of this watch party. So all of the county departments were around and they invited the public in. So this was for the World Cup soccer match. They had the big screens going, everyone could watch, but they had a lot of activities on the floor for the public. So this was very nice, even being able to play soccer. And so we had an outreach table there. We had staff members kind of rotating and everyone coming up to the table. And it was so refreshing because when I got to the table, they said, I know about learning spaces. I know about the different programs, the crochet, the knit clubs. And so these are just the residents in the community, but they are not only at the arena, they come to our library on a regular basis. And so we got a chance to welcome 47 visitors to this library table. And this was just so full of excitement. So we have a new branch manager at the Forest Park branch. Her name is Lydia Willoughby, and she attended Bard College in 2003 and obtained an MA in English from the University of Montana in 2006. And in 2011, she completed her master's in library and information science from Long Island, New York, NYC's program. And since then, she worked in the public and college libraries at Vermont and upstate New York. And so we want to welcome her. You all will get a chance to meet her. She really has started she has her roller skates on, and she's doing such a great job. Any questions for the director's report? If not, we can move on to the Board of Commissioners agenda items. So for August, August 18th, we will have 2 agenda items at the Board of Commissioners. So the first one is Get AI Affluent, LLC. So this is a partnership that we've been working with a gentleman named John Thomas, and he comes in and he's teaching AI. He's teaching members of the community practical ways to use it, educating them, and then also showing them how to set up AI for your own business. So this is a partnership that we have, as well as Helping Mamas. This is a mission to elevate the well-being and dignity of women by providing diapers and sanitary napkin products. And so this is still in the development stage, but what will happen is we are working it out. For Helping Mamas, they will actually be delivering diapers to our locations, but stay tuned for the full details of that one. And then also, on September the 1st, what is September? That's National Library Card Sign-Up Month. So we will have a proclamation at the Board of Commissioners on September 1st to do that. So please definitely be in attendance for that. And so let's go through the financial report. All right. And so as you can see, I want to kind of point out that under FY 2026, you will see that everything is zeroed out. Now, the one thing you will see here for the grants, the building and improvements, that is the money for the Riverdale Courtyard expansion. Until that is fulfilled, then that money will stay put right there. So that is a grant for that. But if you would look at everything else is zero, and then if you would go to the FY 2025, you would see, I want you to focus on the state reimbursement salaries, that's $617,563. And then I want you to focus on the library books and materials, that's $100,000. This is all given to us by our state. Please focus on the dues and subscriptions. This is $114,765, and as well as our system services SSG fund. This is $6,873. And so I want you all to focus on this. This is what the state awards us for the year, and this is what later on throughout the meeting you will be able to approve. You will have to approve that. So if you have any questions about that, you can ask. Okay. And so let's now go to the Riverdale. So you'll go to the branches. You will see that everything is zeroed out for Riverdale. Pretty much we only have about $5 and some change left. But you will see as you come into the FY 27 budget, there is $5,000. So that is for office supplies. That's what they're in charge of spending as well. So we'll go to Morrow. That will be the same. You see they have about $42 left. You see FY 27, $5,000. For Forest Park, you see $50 was left. And then FY 27, $5,000 as well. You will see the headquarters budget, maybe $1.12, but for office supplies, they have $18,000. Let's look at Lovejoy. Also, they actually spent over $284.04, and then FY 27 budget, that's $5,000. And then for Northwest, you see that was only $108.99 left, and then they were allotted their $5,000. Okay. The next slide, what you will see is travel and training. This will encompass, this 30,000 encompass all the branches for travel and training. And then also, if you would look at the dietary supplement, 7,500, that is for all of the branches. Okay. And then this is technical services. If you would focus in on the dues and subscription, this is what the county provides to us. And also, if you would focus in on the books and materials, the 200,000. So the county provides 175,000 for dues and subscriptions, and then the county also provides for books and materials 200,000. Any questions for the financial report?
Just a question.
Sure. Mm-hmm.
So on the technical services report,
Yes.
the line, $175,000.
Yes.
For dues and subscriptions.
Yes.
Is for all libraries.
Yes, this is all of our databases, everything that we offer for the system.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Any other questions? Hearing none, we will accept the financial report as read. Next item on the agenda will be the deputy director's report.
Okay. Okay, so to unearth a story. Summer reading has officially come to an end. Where did the summer go? I just blinked and it was gone. And so this was truly one for the books. Unearth a story, theme-inspired curiosity, creativity, and a love for learning throughout the community. So this was such a wonderful summer. Families, you could hear all of the laughters, interactive performers. So we were very proud of that. Dino Dance Party. So as a part of the summer reading, this is something system-wide. Jennifer Daniels facilitated the Dino Dance Party. So she brought energetic, fun, interactive experiences. I was in my office. I heard everybody. I said, I have to go and see what's going on. So she did such a wonderful job and featured entertaining puppet dinosaurs, which provided the opportunity to enjoy the performance while engaging with the characters. So pathways to college success. After summer reading and throughout the programs, a lot of times we like to survey patrons to get their feedback, to see what worked, what did not work, what would you like to see. And last summer, a lot of the teams said that they wanted to see practical information. They wanted to see prepare us for college. They wanted to see financial literacy, things that would benefit them. So they asked and we delivered. So pathways to college success to support preparing for higher education. Pathways came in and they helped teens and parents to better understand the college application process and admissions and financial aid. So this was a big success. They really enjoyed this program. So let's talk about some of the individual branches. You know, Clayton County Library System is really committed to workforce development. And so on July the 21st at 10 a.m., we hosted, in partnership with the Goodwill of North Georgia, a career fair welcoming 253 participants. And on the spot, 35 participants secured employment and were able to begin work the following day. So a lot of times we have job readiness classes to get you ready, how to dress for success, how to create your resume, or even modify it or revise it. And so that was wonderful. On July 8th, the library hosted a wood engraving class with 7 participants. So attendees learned the art of engraving and creating designs by burning images into wood, allowing them to explore a new creative skill. For the Forest Park branch, solar viewing with the Charles Elliott Astronomy Club. So in July, we partnered with the Charles Elliott Astronomy Club. So as you can see right there, They are observing the sun and learning more about astronomy and the solar activity, but they are safe because they were provided with the eyewear. Also, mocktail preparation. Patrons participated in summer mocktail preparations, and so these are refreshing beverages, and somebody wanted me to emphasize non-alcoholic refreshing beverages it was fun, engaging, and a learning experience. And so Forest Park also hosted Unearth the Joy of Rock Painting on Monday. So this is a part of the summer reading theme, and the program welcomed 22 participants, and so they got a chance to create unique rocks. And also, paint them with glow-in-the-dark paints and all that stuff. And so some of the parents really enjoyed, they joined in too. The Lovejoy Branch. So the Lovejoy Branch hosted 6 in-house story times, and they welcomed families as far as Peachtree City and Rockdale County. So a lot of times it's not just Clayton County that comes to our branches. We have Metro Atlanta that's coming to our branches, which is wonderful. We welcome all. And this is just a picture of one of her storytime classes. And then Miss Chelsea, I don't know if anyone remembers Miss Chelsea. She used to work here in the information department, and she assisted patrons. She does a fantastic job with painting. And so they had a fireworks night sky painting. And so they had a total of 12 participants, so they got a chance to have a really good time. And you just heard from the Morrow branch, but of course, Chef Rita, she has done it again. She was back at the Morrow branch providing budget-free, friendly summer meals. And so I wish I was trying to make it over there because I wanted to just taste it and sample. But there again, Chef Rita does such a wonderful job. And also, Morrow has an anime club. Teens discuss popular anime titles and prepare delicious Japanese desserts while learning about its origin in Japan. At Riverdale, many people have heard us talk about Jen. Her name's Jennifer Wynn, and she has the sensory story time. And so this has really built a lot of attraction. And so they were building with magnetic blocks and creating unique designs. And so that was a really big success. Also, I thought that this was a really cool science experiment. So Dino Hatch STEM activity. So she hosted engaging Dino Hatch STEM activity where she had a toy dinosaur that was 3D printed and placed in an egg, created from baking soda and water mix. So participants used the vinegar solution to activate the reaction, causing the egg to hatch and reveal a dinosaur. That was really, really nice. And so this was a hands-on demonstration, and it was absolutely wonderful. Let's talk about Riverdale hosting Negative to Positive series. So this is a 5-part workshop on men's health. The program empowers men to break the negative cycles and become positive change agents in their community. And so we are so grateful for them bringing this to the Riverdale community. So the Northwest Branch partnered with the Clayton County Office of Resilience and Emergency Management to present Ready Kids Emergency Preparedness. They welcomed over 17 participants, but the idea is to prepare, not scared. That was the theme. To prepare little ones, children, so that they will know how to put the practical training in action should they need to in case of an emergency. And so that was wonderful. And so the Northwest Branch had an extremely busy month welcoming high volume of patrons, hosting performers, but also a lot of our community uses their meeting room spaces. And so as a part of the theme, the branch hosted a genealogy workshop where patrons came prepared with their laptops to continue researching and preserving their family history. But also, one unique fact about Northwest is that the branch also supports the community through a food pantry table. If you would look in their lobby, they have like a food pantry table, and people can bring some things, they can take what they want. And so they provided nearly 200 patrons with food, and because of the generous donations, 2 of the other libraries were able to benefit from that. So that was wonderful. And we could not leave without at least giving you a sample of some of the displays and that some of our branches have put together. And I know Morrow said they like to make it an experience that's theirs at the top and at the bottom. So that's great. And this right here is our Lovejoy branch. So let's talk a little bit about outreach. You know, our outreach assistant director has been in the community. And so Daryl Holcomb from the Clayton County Health District asked us as the library system to partner with the health district to collaborate with mobile homes, communities, to promote literacy, health, and community resources. So as you will see, they went to the Hunter Ridge Mobile Park Home to provide services for health. For Daryl Holcomb, he works at the Clayton County Health District. And we were on the spot talking about the resources, talking how we can benefit families. And so that was actually absolutely wonderful. And then also, we've had so many back-to-school bashes. The tax commissioner hosted a back-to-school bash. Also, Clayton County Public Schools had 4 cluster events. And so our staff have really been out in the community talking about the resources, and it's just absolutely been wonderful. This is where we get a chance to connect and to let you know what we have. Just as Nilka was talking about the Brain Fuse, the online tutoring, this is something that parents need to know. So instead of spending your money, we have already spent the money that you can access. And so July, the programs were successful. This is only a snippet of programs that we have, but our staff really have done such an amazing job with the programs. Any questions for my report?
I have a question. So this is kind of rewinding a little bit.
Sure.
But when you were discussing the workplace readiness,
Yes.
that went on, I'm not sure if that's what you called it, but is that something that is done on a regular basis throughout the year, or is that like a one and done?
Well, we like to have that on a regular basis. When we offer it, we will have the schedule up on our calendars, because there again, this is something that can prepare individuals before you get to the job fair.
Do you cover everything from, I know you said like how to dress, interview process, things like that, at every event that you have? Do you cover all of that, or do you have events that are designated for different things?
Well, when it comes to the job fairs, we try to cover all of those. Yeah. Yeah, but definitely check our calendars, and it's www for our viewers, claytonpl.org. If you click on the calendar, you can see all of the events that are happening at each branch. Perfect. Sure.
So we often hear about all of the programs, which are phenomenal. Just wondering in regards to circulation numbers for the libraries, is there an opportunity to share that?
Absolutely, absolutely. Let me make a note, and we can definitely share that. Great. Thank you.
Anyone else? All right. Thank you, ma'am. We appreciate your report.
Thank you.
Next item on the agenda will be our committee report. Madam Secretary.
Our public relations and advocacy. I had the opportunity to take my grandson and visit in the Lovejoy branch. That's the one, I guess, is my branch closest to my home. Because you can take a child in there, I feel like, and get a better feedback on what the child likes for the activity. So he had a great time, and so that was mine. Anyone else? Share?
I do. I got a chance to, I enjoyed the Dr. Dino Puppet Show musical review at the Riverdale Branch Library. And I was having just as much fun as, or probably more than the kids, but Dr. Dino did an excellent job with his performance. I also was at the Morrow Branch picking up a book that I had on hold, and I got a chance to drop in on Cooking with Chef Rita, her demonstration, and saw her make the most beautiful parfait. Um, yeah, but yeah, it was good seeing her, her demonstration. I got a chance to attend Miss Amanda's Adults with Disabilities Power Hour at Riverdale Branch. Sat in on that. She's so creative and does a wonderful job with the adults with disabilities. I also did some drop-bys to say hi this month. Went to Northwest, because Northwest, I don't get there often, so I'm trying to get to the ones I don't get to so often. Got a chance to chat with Erica and Rashida, some of the young ladies, two of the young ladies that work in the evening, and it was a very pleasant chat. Also, dropped by Lovejoy, partnered with co-chair Siobhan, and we dropped by just to chit chat with Lovejoy. Shakia was very entertaining. Had a good visit with them. I dropped by Forest Park to check in with Lydia, the new branch manager, as you all heard, because I actually met Lydia probably a week prior when I was at Riverdale. Got a chance to meet her because I was there when she came in for some training, so I just decided to drop by and see how she was doing. And she said things were doing good, and yes, she does have roller skates, like lots of ideas. She has a lot of ideas, so I look forward to seeing her ideas come to life. Also, one more, y'all. A couple of months ago, the library was recognized for their partnerships with Senior Services and a couple of other agencies. So I got a tour of the Sonia Singleton Senior Citizen, and the staff member that did the tour, she was just highlighting a lot of the things, a lot of the resources that were available for the seniors. So she pointed out the flyer, the library services flyer. So she was real excited to tell everybody on the tour about how Miss Jenny comes every month and signs up people who don't have cards and also shares all the resources. Just as Nilka said, the library is more than just books. So some of the ladies on the tour were asking a lot of questions about the library. So I was sitting there just really proud of the library system as Casey, that was the tour guide, or the staff member, I'm sorry, as she was telling about the library services and how good Jenny does with that. So that's all I did.
Kind of one item to mention, over the summer, my boys, they went to the City of Forest Park summer camp, and it was wonderful because the library partnered with the City of Forest Park summer camp, and they brought a table there, made sure all of the kids were signed up for library cards, and then they also took a field trip to the library to check out books. And so I thought that was so wonderful for all of the kids there. They have a really big program.
I'll add on a tidbit as well. So I am officially a fully work from home person. And so I have been utilizing my library, my Lovejoy branch, for my extended services, print, scanning, copying, whatever. I don't have it home, so I have been thoroughly enjoying and appreciating that. And then also when I got to hang out with Sherry to go to the library, we were pleased and surprised to see the new library card. There's a new celebration of the 250-year library card. So we thought that was pretty amazing. And we found out about it at a networking event. So we was like, okay, let's go see. We had to go see it. So we were pretty excited about that. But yes, that was my outings.
So does everyone get that new card that is a library card holder? Do you have to go in, or is it just the new sign-up?
No, you can go in and surrender your current one and get you a new one if you so choose. Did you get one?
No.
I didn't get one yet. I
Not yet.
keep mine. But it's really nice. It's very patriotic and celebrating the 250 years of our country. But yeah.
I just wanted to mention, as Sherry had said, the library is multifaceted. There's so many different services, you know, not just books and reading, etc. But at the Northwest branch, they actually, you know, the homeless population, they welcome them, and they actually have a table where they have canned goods. Last week they had sandwiches. They actually feed people. So I thought that was a good thing to let you all know. If you know somebody in that homeless population that needs food, that Northwest branch in Riverdale is awesome out there. They are helping a lot of people that are going without food.
That's amazing.
Do you know if it's a schedule or when they have like food?
Well, the librarian said they don't know exactly what they will have, but it's usually weekly. Sometimes if they have more contributions, it will be daily. But usually every time I've gone, there is food there for people.
So do they welcome outside donations? Like, how could we get involved?
As far as the outside donation, you have to let them know that you plan and what you're going to bring.
Okay.
It's not what you just come in with
Right.
anything. Like if you have a box of canned goods, you know, let them know that you have that to donate.
Okay. Okay.
And if I could add, Kimberly, Clayton is over the branches, so if you are interested, then you can speak with her about that.
Ms. Clayton, you want to come up and speak on that?
She wasn't planning to.
It's unique to Northwest, and so they do have some organizations that reach out periodically to donate food. Now, as far as the fresh food or the prepared food, that may have been something left over from the summer food program. We do discourage from people bringing food that they prepare personally if it is not sealed. Or, you know, like individual sealed chips or crackers or something, more so than bringing a sandwich that's been sealed at home. So we have had organizations that have requested that, and we've kind of leaned them more towards foods that are pre-packaged instead of things. And that's for liability's sake, and for the library more so, but also for their organization. So they do have a table out there, and every so often if you go to visit, you'll see people walk in, drop things off on the table, and they'll leave. So a lot of people in the community are very well aware of that table. But as far as food being available, ready-made food for them to eat, I'm not sure what partnership that is. And it could just be a community member that's coming in.
Okay, Madam Secretary, you can continue.
Okay, and next we have the executive committee.
You can skip over that.
Okay, and finance and
You can skip over that.
bylaws.
All right, well, next item we're going to go to will be the unfinished business. Do we have any unfinished business to discuss? Okay. Moving right along, we're going to the new business, which will be the approval of the state grant funding. Madam Debbie?
So I wanted to know, can we go back to that slide for the grant so you all can see that again? All right. So we are focusing on the FY 2027 for the full-time salaries in the amount of $617,563. This is for the state reimbursed positions, such as the director, the deputy, the assistant directors. Also, library books and materials, $100,000, dues and subscriptions, $114,765, as well as our grant system service, SSG, $6,873. So we need to approve that.
All right, here the grant funding that was mentioned, and I have a motion to approve. Been properly moved by Trustee Brown. Is there a second? I'll second the motion. Are there any questions? Hearing none, all in favor say aye. Aye. Any opposed, any abstention? And the motion passes. All right, next item on the agenda will be the amendment to the AI policy.
Yes. So a few months ago, we came before you with a AI policy. However, the American Library Association has now come out with their policy as well. And so what we wanted to do is add their information so that everyone could refer to it as well. So our information is staying the same, but we want to include theirs. All
All
right.
right, so, refer the AI policy, I have a motion, please.
A motion to approve the, amended AI policy.
Yes, sir. It's been properly moved by trustee Kawali, is there a second?
Second.
Second by trustee Shaw. Are there any questions? Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed, any abstention, the motion passes. All right.
And then I would like to add, everyone has received their invitations for the CCLS Leadership Retreat, and that will be on September the 11th, starting at 9:30 to 3 o'clock, and that is at the Steelcase Showroom. So that is 1545 Peachtree Street. That's downtown in Atlanta, and so we are very excited about that. All right.
Okay.
It starts at 9:30 and ends at 3. Okay, perfect. Thank you.
All right. Next item on the agenda will be the BOT training class. This board, we need to have some type of training throughout the year. And so, we're gonna be having something coming up in November. I'll give you a date and time on that, and location, once we get everything in order. Myself, Vice Chair Fleming, and Secretary Skidmore is going to be teaching this class. And then hopefully we can get followed up by our, State Assistant Librarian, Ben Carter, as well. So that is forthcoming. The next item on the agenda will be the discussion, opportunities, and responsibilities. We'll skip over that. All right. Next item on the agenda will be I need a motion to go into executive session.
I'll make a motion to go into executive section.
It's been properly moved by Vice Chair Fleming. Is there a second?
I make a second.
It's been seconded by Secretary Skidmore. Are there any questions? Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
All right, we're going to executive session. Our regular session meeting, I have next item on the agenda will be adjournment. I need a motion, please.
I make a motion that we adjourn our meeting.
It's been properly moved by Secretary Skidmore. Is there a second?
I second.
Second by Trustee Gates. Are there any questions? Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any abstentions? Any motion carries. Y'all have a good night.